There is purpose in isolation. That's the message, besties, that's been like coming to me through various mediums for, I would say, the past maybe 48 hours. Um, and I wanted to share it because I think that it deserves to be shared. Um, so I was really, I was not my best self yesterday. I was feeling all types of emotions. I wouldn't even say that that's not my best self because at all times I'm trying to be my best self. So we're not even gonna claim that. I was the night before last, I was like crying a lot, and then I woke up yesterday morning, and I wasn't crying until after I got my workout in. Like, so I started to write a little bit, and I was crying as I was writing, and then I went back to sleep, and I cried some more yesterday. And after all that crying, I did end up seeing a video from Mogul Moneybags, I believe is the name of the YouTube channel. So shout out to her. If you know who that is, go check her out. If you don't, um, because that was like the message that I needed. And she talked about a couple of things, but one of the things that stood out was about isolation. And yesterday, that's like what I was really feeling. Like, it was just like weighing on me really heavily, the feeling of being alone and just isolated. And I'm just, I'm asking myself these questions like, how long am I gonna have to feel like this? Why do I always feel like this? Um, yes, there are there are people that I can reach out to, but those aren't people that I can necessarily connect to on a really deep level. I'm a really deep individual. I'm not gonna hold back. And most people just like try to meet me at the surface, and so I don't have any interest in that at this point in my life. So I'm just like, okay, I don't really engage in like conversation in which I feel is purposeless. Not to say that other folks are purposeless. It's just the things that they talk about, I feel like, are just to fill space and just to, just because they have mental chatter going on, and it's just like, okay, let me just blah blah blah. And it's like, no, no, no. We don't have to talk about the bull. You get what I'm saying? And so I was feeling that really heavily because I've always felt like this. I've always felt really alone, even if I am around people, even if I've been a part of a team, even if I've been, I'm in a sorority. It's just like all of those things. It's like, okay, but there's never really anybody I can truly connect with, and who I feel like can understand me, and I understand them. I understand folks, and that's why they typically try to come to me. But it's like I'm just never met with that same level of depth. So, that feeling, it was just like overwhelming yesterday. I'm just like in tears, headache. Like y'all, I cried so much yesterday. I dehydrated myself. Funny, not funny, but that's what it was. And in that video, she really spoke life into me. Like, I was just like, oh girl, did you make this for me? So I definitely made sure I gave her a thumbs up, left her a comment, because man, did I need that. And ultimately, that there's purpose in the isolation. Like, the isolation phase prepares you for you ultimately. So I got that message yesterday, and I was motivated afterwards. After um, after I had sat for a while, um, I had to get up and shovel because it snowed again. So I had to go outside and get to work and got to shoveling, doing all that, and I felt pretty good after that. I didn't cry too. Yeah, I'm lying. I did cry again, but I haven't cried today, so that's good. Today's been a wonderful day. Today's been great. Um, and I saw another video, I think today, this morning, and it was talking about the same thing. That wasn't the title of the message. The message was, it had something to do with love, but it started like inside the video. They were talking about isolation and how when you are in this phase of isolation, that's when source can truly speak to you. And so that's I've really been taking that in today. And it's just been like present, like in the forefront of my mind, like, yes, you are by yourself, but you aren't alone. Sometimes you might feel lonely, and that's okay. Like, feel your feelings. And that's what I had to remind myself of yesterday or last night before I did fall asleep, because I was like in tears and I was just like frustrated and I was overwhelmed, and I'm just like, everything is purposeless. And then I'm like, yep, that was my shadow. Like, yeah, like, oh, come here, shadow. It's okay. Um, and yeah, so I am grateful for the space that I have to spend in isolation, because it gives me what I need to correct myself, to motivate myself, to do what I need to do for me. Um, Without all of the noise and extra interference from other people, because that is something else too that I've been like really picking up on, is people, whether it's intentional or unintentional, they will project their fears onto you, and they will, just say things to you that will, or that could bring you down, or like change your mental state and make you question yourself, make you doubt yourself. Because that's what they do. Um, and when you are in isolation and you are solid in yourself, you solid in your foundation, you know what you do for you is what's necessary. You move in a way that is going to help elevate you. They will, you know, they get scared of that. And so the isolation is like, lets you know, like, hey, yeah, you can filter all that out. Like, look, we locked in. It's me and it's you. You feel me? Like, yes, some folks' opinions and things can be taken as guidance, but ultimately you know what's best for you. And, you know, even though it don't feel the greatest all the time, like, just know that you're being prepared for the greatest. Like, and that's pretty much the message, y'all. Like, there is purpose in isolation. Like, don't feel bad, you know, don't beat yourself up and think that, oh, I'm just gonna be alone forever. No, that's not the case. Your people, your tribe will find you as long as you are willing to be found, you know? So you can embrace the isolation and prepare yourself to know, like, yeah, I'm already knowing the party about to be lit. You feel me? Even if it's just a party of you and one other person. Like, and yeah, that's the message, besties. I hope everybody's been having a decent day today. My day's been pretty great, like I said. I haven't done a whole lot, which is great. But I did do what was necessary for me. So that's the most important thing. Little sidebar. I was outside today, this morning. I had to run a couple errands. And as I was outside, I noticed how people were looking at me. And I ended up engaging in conversation with these two older people. And it filled me with so much joy to talk to these people. Um, the one conversation was just a brief exchange in the parking lot, but then the other conversation, I was in the store, and the guy, it was an older gentleman, and he stopped me as I was browsing. I was looking for some like moisturizer, and he just gets to talking to me, and he was complimenting me, but you know, it was just so pleasant, and it made me smile. Oh, coffee. Sorry, y'all. It just made me smile the way that he approached me, and like, you know, it was so warm, and I really needed that, and I really appreciated it. And so that kind of just set the tone for the rest of my day. I was just like, wow. Like, I was in the car, when I got in the car to go home, I called my mom, like, and I had to tell her because the guy, he reminded me of a friend of hers who made his transition a couple years ago. And so I'm just like, Mom, this guy. So it was really nice. I took a nap. I ate and took a nap, and now I'm here crocheting. But I'm probably about to finish my vision board that I started. I think I started it on the 1st. Like, we all know. Well, look, if you know, you know. It's the calendar new year according to them folks, but I'm getting this vision board ready for the spring, actual new year. Okay. And yeah, I might show it and I might not, because some things, you know, you just got to keep to you. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Spread love wherever you go, because you just don't even know whose day, whose life you can impact. Okay. All right. Love you, besties.